Hello and welcome to the 2013 edition of Journey to the Throne. For this year's competition, I can assure you that we have some tough competition between the 7 beauties vying for the Miss Dominica crown. And right now I have with me Miss Leslassa, Armour-Shillingford, representing the community of Castle Comfort. Leslassa, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
How are you doing today?
I'm good. Okay, so everyone wants to know, why did Leslassa decide to join this pageant?
Well, after I finished college, I wasn't exactly sure what career path I really wanted to go into, but I always knew that I wanted to help people some way in the development aspect. So initially I was planning to go to Costa Rica or some other developing island or country and help out there. Then I thought, why not come back to my own country and see what difference I can make. When I came back, I started hearing a lot about the Queen Show and how you become an ambassador of Dominica, because I was unaware of really the amount of responsibility you had as Miss Dominica, Queen. And so when I learned more about it, I just got extremely passionate about the whole idea and really just figuring out how I can make a difference by allowing my voice to be heard and hoping that others would, support what I'm saying.
How prepared are you for this pageant, and how much of your day goes into preparing for this pageant?
In terms of how much of my day, I would say it's a little over half. So half of the day is work, and sometimes during work I might, take my 15-minute break and go and do a little research for the pageant and things like that. And then the next half, once I'm off work, it's all pageant time. And I would say I'm very prepared for the pageant. I mean, I've been working extremely hard since pre-show and before. And so it's just been, a challenge, but a great challenge and just a continuous learning experience.
Are you nervous at all?
Not really. I don't really get nervous until I actually go on the stage. So when I take those first few steps, that's when, the jitters start, and it's more of an excitement than a nervous, I would say.
Why should you be chosen as Dominica's Queen?
I think that I should be chosen because I truly love Dominica, and not only that, I think I would make a great ambassador. I think I have the qualities. I listen to people. I pride myself on the ability to really take in what people are saying, and I think that's extremely important because you're representing the people, as well as I believe that I have the composure to really make Dominica proud and represent in all aspects and all situations.
You also have a love for dance.
I do.
Tell us where your love for dance originated.
It originated at the old mill, where at the age, I think, of 4 years old, I started ballet. And I learned all the little moves, and I just love moving to a beat. And it was at that age, I just couldn't stop moving. My mother said that, I would just go around the house doing ballet, and later on I joined the drama school and I continued dance there, and every opportunity really that I was able to do dance, I, took part.
Your bio talks about you being faced with a medical diagnosis which almost threatened your mobility, or actually did threaten your mobility. You've actually defied the odds. Tell us about that.
Well, I have scoliosis. It's not something you really get over. You just work so that it doesn't get worse. And what that is a curvature of the spine. So my spine is shaped like an S. I would have to wear a brace for 22 hours of the day. And it was a challenge, but I never really saw it as, an illness, or I was diagnosed as this life-threatening thing. I just saw it as, during this time I had to do this in order to have a better life later on. And so that's really how I approached the whole situation.
That's great that you said that, because most people, when they get sick, they say, "Mo malad, I'm sick," and it's almost like they're calling the sickness some more. And it's great that you would look at it as something that you can overcome, because most people don't do that. So tell me, what's the greatest thing that you've learned from that venture?
To laugh at yourself. That's what I've learned. It's very hard being a teenager and wearing a brace that, starts all the way up here and ends all the way down there. And the best thing that I learned, when people are like, "Oh, what do you have on?" I just laugh and say, "I'm Superwoman, that's what's going on." And that's really, it's important to not take yourself too seriously and not think everybody noticed what's wrong with you and everybody has your eye on you. Just, live free and just be happy.
Nice, well said. You're a vegetarian.
I am a vegetarian.
What does that mean? And I say, what does that mean? Because some people say, oh, I'm a vegetarian, and they still eat fish.
And no. If you eat fish, I believe you're a pescatarian. But you know, it's different types of vegetarians still. I'm a vegetarian. I eat no fish, no animal at all. But I do have milk and I have eggs. And I eat everything else. You know, just take out the meat and I'm good.
Okay. For you though, being a vegetarian isn't just about not eating meat.
No.
It's actually a way of life.
It is. I've been a vegetarian my entire life. And it's more of an energy cycle. I just feel like when you're taking in green, you know, fruits, you know, all those just light, wonderful, nature-produced foods, you're just feeling better, you know, the energy circulates better. Animals are there for us to protect and for us to witness. And I mean, it's great if you eat meat if you feel comfortable that way, but I feel comfortable being a vegetarian.
What can you tell me about your knowledge of ongoing activities or projects being undertaken by government in your community?
Yeah, well, I mean, holistic education is my platform, and I've been getting more involved in the Newtown Primary School, and they are really trying to push the whole literature and being literate in all those different aspects, and so that's a big project that is going on there right now, and that's something that I'm definitely supporting.
Okay. How important do you think those developments are to people and the community at large?
It's extremely important. We no longer live in a day where we can afford to be illiterate. You know, the world is moving ahead and this is one of the basic necessities of any community. And I'm just extremely glad that, you know, at least one aspect in my community is being improved in that way. You know, allowing our children to be able to read means we're allowing them to be able to do anything they want to do. If you can read, you can learn anything.
That's absolutely right. Who or what inspires you?
I don't know if there's an exactly who, but what inspires me is positive energy. Everything for me is releasing positive energy, taking in positive energy. You know, if somebody says negative things to you, just think about, you know, they might have had a rough day and give off positive energy so they can receive that. It's a cycle, everything, you know, energy is never destroyed or created, it's just passed over and over. And if we are able to just keep emitting that positive energy, we'll have a positive world.
But sometimes though, somebody with negative energy can kind of put a damper on your own great energy. How do you deal with that?
I breathe, you know, I think about other people who have situations that are much worse than mine, and I just give thanks to what I have. I think about all the positive in my life, everything I can be thankful for, everything I'm blessed with. You know, I have air in my lungs, I have 2 feet that work, I can hear, I can see, all these great things, and you just focus on those things and try your hardest to, you know, bring yourself back up.
If you could live in someone's shoes for a day, who would that be and what would you do?
Whoever's shoes I'd be living in, I think it would definitely be somebody out of this region. You know, I want to experience somebody's life whose culture is completely different from ours. I'm trying to think exactly who. Does this person have to be alive or can they be gone? Oh, okay. I would live in Gandhi's shoes. I would want to experience what Gandhi experienced, you know, starving himself for peace, all these different things. And in terms of what I would do, I would just live his life exactly how he lived it and see, you know, how close I'm reaching to that level, you know, if I have that pure heart that he did.
Would you say that you're an intuitive being?
I would say I'm an intuitive being, or at least I try to be.
There's a saying that goes, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. What do you stand for?
In terms of just like one aspect that I stand for, I believe it is being yourself, being true to yourself. That's my biggest thing to stand for, you know. I don't want you to just fit a different mold. I want you to make your own mold, go out of the box, do anything that you want to do that makes yourself feel happy. And that's why, you know, my platform is holistic education. Find your passion, find what is you, and then excel at it. It's just so important, and it's what I strive to do every day. I never fit into anybody's box. I do what I want to do, and I make sure I'm doing that person the best that I can.
You are so excited about that. It just shows, it shows.
I am.
Okay, what scares you?
In terms of fears, I'm scared of heights. But in terms of a, huge aspect that scares me, I guess the unknown scares me a little bit. But I try not to be scared of it. I try to, we don't know it, if we try to figure it out, that'd be great. Always trying to learn more, that's great. But don't, just set your mind on that only thing and get trapped in curiosity. But I mean, I think the unknown scares everybody a little bit. It's the unknown. So yeah. As
an ambassador of Dominica, if you had to sell Dominica to, let's say, a rich foreigner, or for somebody who might be interested in Dominica, name 3 features that you would project to that person.
Well, I would of course talk about our resident sperm whales. There's not many places where you can see sperm whales any time of the year. They live right off our black sand beaches, and that's just amazing. I would also talk about our sulfur and our hot springs, our boiling lake, all of these natural heating, facilities that we have. It's amazing. They're natural spas that people can enjoy. And then I'll talk about our hiking. Waitukubuli National Trail is a 14-segment trail that goes all around our island. It's magnificent, and we really need to promote all these different aspects of our island.
Tell us a little about your sponsors.
My sponsors, of course. So I am Miss Anchorage in Auto Trade, as you can see on my sash. But also I have some smaller sponsorships from the community, people who wanted to help out, such as Optical Services Limited, also Dominica Marine Center, Hands All Natural, who did my hair today and who helps me promote natural hair. And also I have Elma's Shop and Bar in Louvier, and those are all the sponsors right now that are really helping me get through this, not only financially but with many other types of support.
Very nice. Okay, each contestant has a platform, something that's dear to them. Leslassa, I want you to talk to your viewers about your platform and why you think it's important.
My platform is holistic education for all. And what it really deals with is for each child and adult to find their passion and then excel at it. What this means is promoting all different subject matters in our curriculums in our schools, ensuring that the arts and sports, as well as areas like philosophy and all the traditional subjects, are offered in every school, so that when a child enters, the educational system, they have a true experience of what's out there, what they can be, what they can experience, so that they can find their passion and they can excel at it. We can find our passion as a community and create an entire island of people who just love doing what they're doing because they have found what is within them to just be excellent.
A holistic education for all is Miss Leslassa Armour-Shillingford's platform. She represents the community of Castle Comfort and environs. Be sure to join her on the eve of February 8th, where I'm sure she'll captivate you and leave you wanting much more. That's it for this edition of Journey to the Throne. I'm Fontaine. Thanks for watching.